Okay, easy peasy. Elgin, up on your knees, please. Just facing me. Okay, come in a little bit closer. During fundamental takedown, okay, so at most levels we do what we call monkey see, monkey do. It's a really common thing, like I grab my partner, they grab me. You know, it's just, you know, this is a really common thing in the wrestling and the no-gi, head tie and arm tie. One of the things that happens is we try to fight to the inside position, but a lot of times I can't get there because, you know, I go the inside, then my partner reshuffles, he goes, and ends up in more of a battle. So I'm going to use this frame system. What I'm doing is this, I'm going to turn the shoulder down towards the ground. How do I do that is, I cup on the outside of the tricep. I'm not trying to cup over, I'm trying to cup on the outside tricep. I'll do two motions. Normally it's this. I'm kind of like doing a Mia arm lock. So what I'm doing is I'm putting pressure on the elbow coming in. So I'm just simply pushing. So my elbow, my hand comes to my chest. The part that people sometimes, a lot of time people are going to push the head away. What I'm doing is I'm making contact with my shoulder and my bicep onto Elgin's jawline and neck. So here, I just drop and end up in a really nice position. You'll do this from standing, it's quite a devastating throw. So at no stage am I trying to post, I'm dropping my full weight onto my partner. This is called a headlock throw. We teach the kids this is a primary throw. There's a hip toss, shake, shake, boom, right? This is a primary throw you have to have in your repertoire for no-gi. Right, so once again, if you can't see, jump on that side. If you can see, stay where you are. Okay, so here, it's normally a little bit of head contact. It's up to you guys how much head contact you want. So the part that I see people miss sometimes, there's a frame between us. I'm pushing it into the frame. I'm not trying to pull it towards me because it doesn't move. I'm pushing it into the frame. So my shoulder is on the headline and my bicep is on the head here. So what I do from here is, this is the most common, yeah, you can give me a cuddle. Okay, so that, pretty much the most common response. Now, if you guys can just come around this side, I'll leave the camera as it is. To stop him from turning towards me to take my back and rescuing the arm. So to stop him from turning to take my back and rescuing the arm, which would be one of the major problems with this is keep your leg straight, put your hand underneath your leg. So he can't pull the arm out. Secondly, as he extends the arm, it gives me the arm bar. Right. So when we're in this, we generally land here, and I see a lot of people that try and reach the head. You're going to get rolled over, you're going to get your back taken. Right. So increase your base. So my base is narrow. Increase your base. Cup your hand, drop down. So his head's up off the ground. So if he does try to bridge, because the head's up off the ground, it's harder to bridge. Wherever I'm here, he can bridge and change my weight. So very important, kick it. Yes, you can. Cup over here. All I'm doing is I'm just lifting up a little bit. So I can put quite a bit of pressure. I can almost tap my partner. Well, apparently I can tap my partner from here as well. But arm, leg as deep as you can, not by your knee, deep. And what I'm doing is I'm simply rocking backwards and lifting the head to compress the body. Whether I tap him or not is irrelevant, but I'm in a good control position. Whatever you do, some people are flexible. They're going to try and bring that leg around your head. Drop your head down low. Just keep it nice and low. You know, so frame system comes in. That's the most common thing. So as he pushes away, go push, push. You know, it's not really an issue if you keep your head up. The more I keep my head up, the more space, the more power he has to frame up against it. Did you want to see that? Sure. Okay, Michael, please. On your knees. Kick is pretty standard, guys. So monkey see, monkey do. Head arm control. Push the elbow into the area here. Extend my arm so I make contact with my shoulder and my bicep on the neck. I'm going to turn. So as I turn, I look towards the ground. I'm going to throw my partner. Land. Kick. Lift the head. And just keep control. So if Michael tries to move me, whatever. That's where we want to be. What are you doing to my nipple? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Been a while.
It's been a while. Suck, please. Elgin, on on this. Head drive. Head drive. So we'll go slow motion. We're here. Everyone's doing really good against me as well. Okay. So elbow comes in. Make sure we have the contact from here. I'm not really changing. I'm slightly offside. I'm not stepping up. So what I'm doing from here is this: I'm simply going to put my head towards the ground. So I'm landing. Like I'm just dropping all my weight. I'm not really too concerned whether his head hits the ground or not. Once I'm here, don't lift your hips. Just slide your leg. What I'm seeing, some of you lifting your hips, you're going to get rolled over. Yep. So once you're here, right, create a space. Slide your leg. Cup. Keep nice and low. I do want this arm in front. I prefer it doesn't go here. So I am trying definitely to try and control this area. So if Elgin does try and wrap my body, it's like I'm using this grip, not that grip. Once again, head nice and low. Okay, we're going to add one little part into it. Your leg needs to be straight as you can. It doesn't matter.
That one?
Yeah. That is your, so this is your driver, that's your anchor. If Elgin bridges, my weight goes onto that leg. If my legs bent, he bridges, right? So this is like, that's what stops him from driving me forward because there's a frame system in the way. If Elgin drives towards me, this is a shock absorber. So if Elgin turns this way, that's what stops him from rolling this way. The downfall about this is it's also the driver, so if I do drive off it, I get rolled. So I do need to make sure that when I kick it, I slightly change my leg angle from here, so it's just here. But I want to be here in this position, head nice and low from here, and just let your partner bridge and move just a little bit, but make sure you kick this arm. So what's going to happen is we're going to end up going. That's the goal. That's the goal. He will almost put himself there eventually because he can't roll one way or the other way, so they're going to have to go the only way they can. And all we're doing is frame. It doesn't even have to be tight because I'm on the neck. It's a super fast submission. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Pretty much there. You're there the whole time. Yep. Head arm choke. Michael. Small details. This is something that this changed the game immensely for me, doing the head arm choke from a couple of different positions. So I'll just cover you over here, Michael, on your knees. So can I just, once we're here, the biggest thing I'm seeing people is that they're making contact with the elbow. So they're here, which means that my shoulder versus the neck, the shoulder versus the carotid is too far away. So I'm trying to make contact, like I'm almost trying to like shoulder hit from here. So I'm kind of like going from here, pull it in, shoulder, and all I'm doing from here is I'm on my knees and I'm putting the arm in on this place, just dropping forward. So I land on the ground here and I switch. Once I switch, watch this. The reason why my leg goes forward is, see this space between my hip and the armpit? It's gone. So what I see is they switch here, but there's still this big gap. So what I'm doing is, as I'm posting, I'm kicking, and I'm here. Right. This is the hardest part. Let's spin around just a little bit. This is one of the hardest parts. Is this right? Is I'm going to hip thrust, and I'm going to turn my hips. So I'm going to hip thrust and turn my hips. So I'm going to hip thrust, but I'm hip thrusting forward to push. I'll put a block, I'll slide backwards, head goes on the ground. Now it's palm down because I want friction. The part that I see is they now grip here and they try and squeeze the choke from here. I can, but I'm not in the best position. So what I'm going to do for it, like if I squeeze, I'll probably get the tap, but it's more of a cranky tap. Anyone that's super tough won't tap. Go wide, so distribute your base through your shoulder line. Walk your hips backwards to the hips, drop to the ground. From here, walk to north-south.
Can he hook your legs from there though?
Sorry?
Can he hook your legs from there?
Yeah, it can do whatever it wants to my legs.
I mean, but to stop you from walking off.
No, so what people misunderstand is that once I'm here, I'm knocking his hips away from me.
Yeah.
So if he grapevines my leg, he's actually turning himself into the choke because he's turning the carotid up. So from here, head low, plant, hip thrust, push the arm, down, post. So I want to stay as flat as I can. Walk my hips back into his hips, go flat. I hold this for about 3 or 4 seconds to make him fight, then slowly start to walk north-south. I don't cut my hands. But the choke's super fast. Because it's on the carotid, because of that 3 or 4 seconds, it allows my shoulder to sit right in on the carotid zone. And when I turn, it's pretty much the fight's done already.
You're not ready to feel it.
Tied up, yeah. Okay. So from here, I just jump down. So once I've gone to the position and I'm here, make sure you have the contact. So it's more shoulder, post, drive my hips into the space, come. Hip thrust, head and hand. Head and hand. Post on flat, walk my hips backwards to his hips. Okay, 5, 4, 3, north, south. Okay. Here, drop my hips into the zone, lock it in position. 1, 2, 3, hip thrust, push the elbow, because it's the middle of both joints. Put it with your head, it does not. Now, I can, but it's a fight, and if you're strong, you're going to fight me back. So what I find from here is switch your leg, palm on the ground, drop. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I try and walk my hips back into it. I can feel Elgin's jaw is already under my bicep. Okay, so drop low. Sweet dreams are made of
Curtains coming.
Okay. 10-second rule. Don't squeeze. Hold it for 10 seconds. Squeeze for 3. Hold it for 10 seconds. Squeeze for 3. If you squeeze for 10 seconds, you're going to blow your arms out. Right. Hold for 10 seconds with pressure. Squeeze for 3. Move. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Super tight. Okay? Yeah.
I always have to say the curtains.
Yep. And even if you drop your jaw, like I said. Alright, sorry people, everyone, change partners, please get a new partner. 1, 2, 3. Josh, you can stay the same, or you can mix up whatever
I
you
was trying to
want.
put a defense on it. I was just trying to feel like fresh back.
You could, please. When you're ready, get your drink. When you're ready, take your time. Okay, this does take a little bit of practice. Head that way, please. This does take a little bit of practice. So I've gone to the Kesikatami position headlock, but the arms cycled to this is better for him. Okay, so the general consensus on this is that they'll want to grab me, to squeeze me, to throw me forward, to roll me over. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to be, so just so everyone understands what we're trying to do is this. As I lift the head and as I bring my leg forward, Elgin's going to bump me forward. So as I bumps me forward, now this is the hardest part. He walks his hips that way and then turns back towards me, turns the other way to roll me over. So what we're doing is, we think about it this way, right, is if my hips are on the ground and Elgin throws me that way. So if he puts his hips under me, now rolls. Right. So on the Kesikatami rollover, it's called a headlock roll. You're best to walk your hips under first and then roll me over. So start position here, they go round my waist. Okay. As I cup, as I post, as I bring my leg forward, Elgin bumps me forward. Boom. Now, because there's space, walks his hips under. You can use this knee if you want to lift your knee to the ceiling. Come over on top. Both hands go on top of my jawline. Both hands push his head up to the ceiling. pop my arm, Kimura, arm bar, whatever you want to do from here. One more time. Starting from here, okay. Elgin's going to read the play. As I lift the arm, as I slide it forward, he bumps me forward, walks his hips under, rolls, I cup the head, both hands on top, push down, lift your head up, Kimura, arm bar, whatever you want to do from here. Okay, just do this, guys. First partner, 1, 2, 3. Easy, easy. Make sure you guys, high end. Elgin, same position on your back. If you think about the shape of things instead of the submission, the shape of things. So like anytime the arm's straight, that's an arm bar, I've just got to get to the position to be able to get to the arm bar. Anytime that the arm's bent, this is a Kimura. I've just got to be able to get to the position to get the Kimura. Does that kind of make sense? So when we're here, if Elgin wraps around, this is a Kimura. The arm's bent, this is a Kimura. But how do I get to the Kimura? And the first one I got told was a really advanced way, but I give my back up. So we're going to have a look at this first. It's not the best way. Okay. So I hold the arm, lift my head, roll, and I get the Kimura. Okay. So hold the arm, lift, lay on it, and get the arm. The downfall about it is that if they're really strong and I can't grip break, I expose my back. So what will happen is that we're in this position, so I understand that that's a Kimura position. We're kosher with that. So my arm's put under the head, so I lift the head up, and all I'm doing is I'm putting a fulcrum or a frame, so I lean on it. And most people are going to go, what an absolute idiot, I'll take the back. So as I take the back, the arm pops, and I have the ability. Head goes down, back step over, and here's your Kimura. So that would be the advanced, advanced variation. So we'll have a very, very quick look at this, and then we're going to go back to something a little bit more simple. Okay, so understand, it's a bent arm, it's a Kimura. I'm just going to work out how to get it. Hold it. Okay, lift the head up, dive under like I'm just grabbing my leg again. As the arm straightens, Kimura grip. Put my head up, so down. Look, you know, what a pain in the butt. Head goes on the ground, okay, back step over. Let's have a quick shot, 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Will you lift it up?
Side, let's have a quick look at this, easy peasy. Risk versus reward. Risk versus reward. Arms on the back side, Keskatami. Number 1, okay. Lift the head, kick it, yes you can. From here, you cannot bring your hand up because his head's on it. So do a little bit of a hip bump, put your hand under so you can see your wrist. Take your hand to that hand, so just try and go gobble grip, squeeze. And on this side you can't see, so we're here. Okay, number 1, secure. Number 2, hip bump. Get my hand under. So what I'm doing, it's not this, is my bicep squeezing the forearm. That's the key. So everyone kind of goes, I get that, but they'll lose the control. So this is more about getting my bicep on the forearm so he can't punch the arm through. S grip, squeeze. If they're flexible, slide into the valley. If they straighten their arm, elbow, step over, arm bar. Okay. So from here, number 1, thumb up, kick it, here. Hip bump, squeezing my bicep onto the forearm, goes underneath, get it nice. If you're having trouble with that, but don't go forwards, to the opposite, walk backwards, and that will expose the space underneath it. Cup, squeeze, straightens the arm, flick your elbow, here. Okay. Now, to make this work, I see a lot of people that are trying to focus on the arm. I like to grab the head, I like to lift the head up instead. Changes the game immensely. You hit me really hard there, dude. Yeah, my arm pretty tight, dude. Fucking tight, mate. which side are you guys? So, kick, hip, bicep squeeze, under, walk, slide, boom, punch it, lock it, back on the head, keep that squeeze.
Muscle hard.
Because I've got the head control, I'm pulling the arm out of its shoulder socket. So I'm pulling the arm out of its shoulder socket. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So I see so many people that focus here, but the arm can move eventually, like left, right, up and down. So even if Elgin cycles his hand down, it doesn't make any difference. I'm still going to get the attack.
This my friend.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. How's that?
Shots arm. You best have the shots with you.